Right, yeah.
Oh yeah, notes.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Loving it.
Big tune.
Your journey has taken you back north into the cold and is due to take you further back towards the Icewind Dale. With Zephyros rested, you once again prepare for the magical ride aboard his cloud castle, ready to leave behind Bearrunner's Gap with new knowledge obtained from the now slain evil servant General Gald, subject of whom you only now know as Slarkathrel, spawn of Umberlee. Undoubtedly central to this vicious web that surrounds you, a plot that seeks to destroy this world as you know it. A giant race disrupted from within, pitted against each other, vying for within a power vacuum, coordinated with the kidnap and toppling of their king, Hecaton of the Storm Giants. Lying prisoner within the trackless seas, true location unknown, fallen to the trap, the slaying of his queen Neri, murdered by the same culprits, followers of Slarkathrel. Armed with the knowledge and safe comfort that you already know some of the vestiges that they seek for Slarkathrel's divine plan to ascend to the pantheon of the Hells, you now race against time, an arms race for possession, not only against the evil society and their triumphant connection to the Red Wizards of Thay, but to whomever lies in deception within the Giant's court, and the one known as Artus Kimber, elusive, but with marks left on this trail that you tread. The race doesn't stop here. With chaos seeded amongst the giants, you have caught word that frost giants renew their strength and push forward through the destruction of Bryn Shander and head south. Your beloved village of Mirar, no doubt in the firing line, and far more of Faerunian's civilized society if they succeed. With all of this pressure on the low profilers, you gather yourself, ready for your next test. And as Zephyros, sitting down atop his meditation pillow, within the top room of his tower, nods to you all as he closes his eyes, and you feel the thrust of the castle lift high into the sky and shoot into the west. You have around an hour before you'll arrive in the northern hills, enough to prepare yourself for whatever may await you at the Great Worm Cavern. You, in your hour of preparation, is there anything you do, anything you gather, anything you must discuss?
So, what does everyone think will be at the Great Worm Cavern?
I'm going to say a word,
Mad.
but that sounds painfully obvious, so probably not.
Well, we did meet a worm earlier on. Do you remember that weird, old, fiery thing?
Yes,
Basically a dragon.
the dragon that we
It
slew.
wasn't a dragon.
It was a dragon,
a
though, wasn't
worm.
it?
Not really
Yes,
fast.
it was a dragon.
Basically a dragon, though, wasn't it?
Dragon-like, therefore sufficiently close to a dragon, ergo dragon slayers.
Oh,
If not dragon, why look like dragon? That's what I say.
Well, that's what we say about Hunger, right? He looks like human, but he's clearly not.
Dragon Slayer.
No
I
offense,
think he's
my
human.
weird friend.
He's just sort of an earlier version.
Exactly that. So that thing to a dragon would be like a chimpanzee to one of you humans.
I would say rarer than a dragon.
Or like a slug to a dragonborn, right?
You fucking what, mate?
Oh, yeah. Just kidding. I mean a frog. No, just kidding again. No, but literally, what did you evolve
like
from?
some sort of creatures? No, we were created as servants, the dragons. For many years, we were under their harsh rule until we rose up against them and claimed our freedom. When
So-
did you claim your freedom from the monkeys?
You are like servant to chimpanzee.
No. No, we are something better. We are a mix of dragon and human and something quite divine.
Someone fuck dragon.
No, I don't think that's how it works.
That's
Magic.
I think the
actually
word
something
you're
I
looking for
was
is a,
trying to think. How does
is the
that
word
happen?
abomination. Oh, sorry.
Well, anyway, what do we think is going to be at this Great Worm Cavern? Perhaps we should prepare ourselves with things for fighting that worm.
I thought we were going to Barat. Am I wrong? I'm wrong. The Worm Tavern. Cavern. A raven.
Oh, can you imagine if it's a tavern? Can you imagine if there's a spelling on the map?
I missed
The Great Worm Cavern.
Ah, the Great
Only
Worm.
time.
Artis Simbar, I knew him. You bastard,
here
he was
last
parts
week.
about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I haven't seen him in months. Yeah.
We gave him this great big thing that was on the stone here. We didn't have much use for it, so we gave it to him. He seemed very keen to have it.
Elderly chap. Long beard, pointy hat. Yeah, sorry, the Worm Cavern. I've never been. Probably would need weapons. Other than that, I can't say. Lord knows if we even if potions exist. We certainly can't afford them. Cost more than an arm and a leg. What about you, Zeph? Do you have anything magical that maybe we could be good against fire if there is fire? Lord, no, it could even be an ice version, so it might be completely useless. I'm not sure why I'm asking, to be honest. There's no way of knowing.
As you look at Zephyros, Sirac to the side of you is like, he can't hear you, and you just see kind of Zephyros in this meditative like state, just like ooh, his eyes kind of like rapid eye movement, just flickering.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you concentrate on flying the fortress, Zeph. I apologise for interrupting. Well, what do you reckon, Artus? Then do you reckon it's going to be fire, ice? But I mean,
Sirac looks back at you.
Sirac, whatever your name is.
Sorry, what was the question? I got confused when you called me the name of my never met father.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think we'll encounter at the Worm Cavern? Also, how is that spelled? Do you have that written down somewhere? If we can see how it's spelled, we might have a better idea what sort of cavern. So if it's W-O-R-M, there's no trouble.
It's on this map.
What
It's
map?
W-O-R-M. Well, that's how
It's
I
W-
felt it. I don't know what he's going to say.
Yes, it's like worm you find on floor.
Oh, then I'm no longer worried.
Maybe it's just big, slimy
I used to
worm.
fish with worms all the time. No
Or
problem.
lots of them. Maybe there's just hundreds and hundreds of worms we're going to have to dig through.
I'm sure the badgers could help us out with that one.
I forgot about the badgers.
The badgers?
Remember the badgers were... and they attacked someone when we were trying to escape the
Yeah,
worms.
they're all dead.
Yeah, we left them.
Oh my god, yes, I remember.
Defending the little hideout.
Right. Well, I guess we better make a move to the Great Plethora of Worms Tavern.
We're travelling now. Avod, we're look outside. You see? See these clouds that shoot.
Look outside, just see.
Avod
You're
is-
traveling
Avod is
at an
sort of-
alarming
With,
speed.
like, hands on hips, looking the wrong direction.
Well, anyway, like I said, we better get moving.
Sirac kind of looks around at you. How will you know when we're there? What are we looking for? You have a map, but
Search me.
not very specific, is it?
Mate, honestly,
Cave.
this has been the most concrete thing of our entire adventure so far. And even then, it's the thinnest wisp of a clue we've ever got.
Sometimes we should thank the lords for what we are given, young gnome.
I was literally saying that to you, but yeah, all right, whatever.
Oh, it was just your tone. It sounded rather dismissive.
It's just gnomish, I suppose.
Your intellect is lost on me sometimes. You do come across as rather aggressive at times.
He can be, yes.
Nubs just blinks one eye at a time. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Anyway, so...
Look at me, you fucks! Sirac as he lunges.
Starts
For some
pummeling
reason, he's got it in for Nubs.
Nubs was a bit curt with him at some point, to be fair.
Oh my god!
Who is that?
that
Oh, is that
right?
Aiden?
Who's
That sounded like a perfectly cut scream.
Yeah.
Was that your sneezing sound?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
it's
Aiden
sneezing.
sneezing.
Oh, was it sneezing?
Yeah,
It
sorry.
literally sounded like you fell off the cloud.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we just lost him out.
Oh, fucking hell.
How do you think the city burned?
Well, I'll just spend this hour just chesting my bow out, I suppose, and making sure my swords are sharp. But that's all I should be doing. Oh, and I'll pack a nice lunch. Says Nubs as well, like rummaging it. There's a nice little a handkerchief that he's folding in a few apples and a few sandwiches into, tying it into a little bag and putting it in his main knapsack. Lovely.
Lovely. Anyone else? Anyone else doing anything with this hour given to you of time?
Oh, no, after your Unger.
Oh, I was going to say, Unger's going to rummage around, looking for anything that looks like it emits a light source. Anything kind of glowing or...
You see you see the shine of the top of Medica's head, and then remember that he owns the drift globe. Yeah, there's various torches around though in Zephyros's home. If that's the kind of thing you're after.
Something more magical, but if you can't find anything, Unger's got plenty of torches in his bag.
I mean, I would say that Zephyros's whole place is like an absolute ramshackle of a study where there is just random stuff thrown around everywhere. There could definitely be something in this space. Roll me an investigation check and let's see what you find.
In that case, I guess Unger's gonna just look for anything of interest in that investigation. Anything magical that looks interesting.
Yeah, for sure. In fact, roll me. Oh fuck it, roll me a D100.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
26.
26. Okay. Wait, where are we? There definitely is a roll table for Zephyros's place because that's where you got the beans from in the first place.
Magic bean.
My magic powder. And my comb that makes me very handsome that I haven't used yet.
Got to use the Darlene to make a handsome game picture.
Yes.
Um,
Handsome Unger.
as you kind of trawl through this table covered in papers and variously large items, you find a cast iron kettle, and shaking it in your hand, it sounds like it has liquid inside.
Is there any way to open it and look inside? Is there like a...
Yeah, it's got like a little kind of just like a little top to it.
Unger's gonna sort of open the top and have a peek inside and sniff.
Looking inside
advantage.
with advantage. With your sense of smell, you recognise this as a cream of potato and leek soup. It is warm, like perfect temperature.
Unger's gonna pour some directly into his mouth.
It is delicious, and you feel your belly warm, and you gain roll me 2d4 hit points. I mean, I think you're at full because you've taken a long rest anyway, but take them as incremental. This is a delicious warm soup.
It's good.
Looking in the kettle as you do pour it, it doesn't seem to go down. In fact, no, that's wrong. It does go down, but only slightly. There seems to contain a lot more liquid in it than it would look to you in your hands.
And Finn and investigate it as well and go, oh, what sort of brew is this?
It's tasty.
You investigating the soup or the kettle?
Both. One, the kettle, because it looks quite nice, but two, the soup as well.
Unger's going to sort of stretch his arm out to Finn and to sort of hand it to him.
Nice. I imagine I've got like some sort of cup on hand on my belt at all times inside. Have a little bit, take a sip, try and deduce what flavours are within it.
Yeah, a deep potato and leek soup comes out, and you even see a few croutons, perfectly crisp, dotted within it. It is delicious, and you also take 2d4 hit points.
Just to make sure that, like, when we were drinking, Medica got really drunk and passed out. I think that's what
Yes,
happened.
I think it is. Yes.
How would
So
I
you
feel
start the day
now?
with 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh.
Unger, seeing a very tired-looking Medica, is going to go over to him and offer him some leek and potato soup.
Finn's still
guess.
shouting because he's still deafened from the last place.
I guess
It's
Medica.
I would say after another day, the condition is starting to wane. You're starting to get your hearing back. It's like a high pitch ringing in your ears now.
I guess
Just really
Medica
bad
eats the
tinnitus.
Medica eats the offered soup.
Yeah, roll 2d4. And then roll me a d20. Constitution save, actually, I say.
You get a +3 from anybody.
Oh.
The soup is delicious. However, your stomach seems not able to handle the food as well. You don't receive as much of a perk from it, and it definitely doesn't sit well for a while. Hot liquid on a empty, alcohol-lined stomach doesn't feel great. You keep your exhaustion point.
Unger, intrigued at the properties of this kettle and how it seems to be decanting more liquid than what's in it, is just going to go around the party and just offer them soup one by one.
Yep. Okay.
Mind.
Everyone take 2d4. Anyone that is currently suffering a condition, roll a con save. If you save above a 13, then that condition is removed.
So 2d4 extra health, essentially. Not
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
It is
For everyone, right?
truly delicious soup.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
didn't-
all right.
Smash roll. Oh, hey, I'll have that.
Nuts.
I'll have it. It's better than nothing in it.
All right.
Oh,
It only lasts for 30 minutes.
temporary. Oh, so you get temporary 4 as well. I guess, right. There we go.
Yeah, these are temporary. You'll lose these after
Yeah.
a day. If you don't lose them naturally. Okay, amazing. I'll remind me to load that into D&D Beyond for you, and I will do later on. but for now, you know the properties of it so far.
I've just smashed
You
my
have a soup
Tap.
kettle. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, as you all take a round of soup, is there anything else that anyone does with this time given to you before you arrive?
Gideon's been bottling up some of the brew, which did a good job last night. Hand one over to shit. Use our power in the fucking airship. God damn, my brain's gone.
Sirac.
Yeah, I go, Sirac, this one's for you, and like slip it to him, like, ooh, babe.
He graciously accepts. Thank you, although it's slightly early. Don't be offended if I don't partake in any right now.
No, right.
I'm afraid we
This
would
is
be
for
offended,
any
yes.
time. Yeah.
The entire party goes deadpan and stares at Sarah, waiting for him to drink.
Roll me a collective intimidation check.
Sure, yeah. No problem. Oh. Why did that run?
We're all rolling intimidation, are we?
Oh, I got it. Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got it,
collective
got it.
intimidation check is Sirac is surrounded with judging looks. Oh my god, it's all pretty high.
This is not Medica's day.
I was going to say, Medica, I surely
You know-
gets to roll that with like advantage or super advantage because he's just Medica.
Medical looks at Sarah.
I can't roll anything with advantage because I'm exhausted and I almost threw up my soup. So fuck that.
barely able to contain his vomit.
Yeah, so
And
yeah, you
actually,
puke again.
because of the exhaustion, I think my ability rolls are also disadvantage. So let's see what my other roll is.
Better be better than 8, that's all I want to say.
Oh, for fuck's
Oh.
sake.
That's a great roll, Gimmick. That's a 19. Never mind.
Oh yeah, that's a great roll.
Yeah, so I rolled it, but I'm just sorting my browser up. It's,
That's okay, don't worry. It's enough. It's enough with the amount of successes on this that Sirac kind of is peer pressured into drinking at 9 o'clock in the morning as he
Nice.
takes a deep swig of whatever it is that you've brewed. We determined it was a very high strength spirit, or was it a beer? I can't remember which.
It's like come out. It was intended.
It was like
to be
absinthe,
ale,
wasn't it?
but it was like
It came out like an absinthe level.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
It's like 60,
Yeah.
70%.
It's like 70 something percent, wasn't it?
Think so. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I rolled
He knocks it-
600, yeah.
he knocks it back. He's and then he kind of backs. Oh goodness me. Well then, and he kind of backs over and kind of finds somewhere to sit down whilst he kind of just steadies himself. Right, final call. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before we arrive at our destination?
I don't know why I just had visions then of Sirac kind of becoming the cricket of the gang, like Always Sunny, which is like getting addicted to spirits.
Yeah.
Just like,
Just turns up. Oh, Sarah.
Leaned out first, for a second intimidation on his own, like, as if I had some more.
Oh my god.
I don't want to.
But you have to.
He just turns around. Oh.
Okay, if nothing else, then the hour or so passes. Looking out the window, you would just see clouds just shooting past, a bright sky. But in the kind of like last 10-15 minutes of the travel, the outside turns into a snowy blizzard. You can't tell if it's a blizzard based on just how fast you're traveling through, and it's just snow passing you by. But the weather has changed dramatically from where you were at previously in Bay Runner's Gap. And as the castle seems to be coming to a slower pace, over time, you start to realize that indeed the weather outside is a deep blizzard, with snow falling at a dramatic rate, and a howling wind surrounding you. Now, how do you begin to even try and locate this place that you're looking for?
Avar's gonna whack out his eyeglass and stare off the edge, precariously close to the edge of the cloud.
So you're going outside?
Oh, yes.
Yes, okay.
Chest held high.
What he will do before he does so is actually get his grappling hook and tie that, anchor that to. You said the weather is really bad.
Yeah. It's a full-on blizzard.
Yeah, Abard is
wind is howling, everything like that.
He's gonna grappling hook onto the most robust thing near the doorway he can find. Tie the rest of the rope around his waist, and he's gonna go walk outside, chest held high.
Okay, to the edge of the cloud.
With you as well. He can catch you if you fall.
Yes!
Perfect.
Come, Kurahi!
He goes out too.
Goodbye, both of you.
Abard, roll me a nature check as you stand out into the open weather, this weather front that you face.
Yes! Cold wind reminds me of home.
Indeed, and bolstered by familiar weather from your home area, your home region, you peer out into the hazy blizzard, and you search for signs of the cavern. You look at a number of mountain faces. You're high above, and looking around you, you see nothing but white, snowy mountain capped mountains. And you're in the heart of this blizzard now. As you start to survey around the mountains, I'd ask you to roll me a perception check, and I'll allow you to do that advantage with your nature. And kind of to a degree, you're almost in familiar terrain. You've looked through many. Wow, with with
Never mind.
with a natural 20, as you peer out into the hazy blizzard, you search for signs of the cavern. It isn't long until your eyes catch sight of something on the face of the mountain. Now, I would ask you to roll a wisdom save.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, you're fine. Everything is fine.
Yeah. So you literally spend about 2 minutes. You just walk out the door, you point, and you go, "I think it's
There
that
it is."
one." And it was, yeah. So that's it. Curry has no idea.
You're sure of this?
Okay.
You've never been sure of anything more in your life.
Yeah, basically.
was
It's over there!
definitely not expecting. It was definitely not expecting those high roll, as usual. So as where have my notes gone? It isn't long until your eyes catch sight of something on the face of the mountain. Through the haze, it's hard to make out, but if it weren't for the steadfast stillness, you could have been deceived, as you make out the face of a dragon. What's your immediate thought?
Jesus!
Who's that Jesus you're talking about?
But it's that split-second reaction where you look at it and suddenly realise this is a stony grey, carved so intricately. Its tremendous scale is terrifying. But it is indeed a carving of the mountain.
The great dragon made of stone. Might be petrified. Or a statue. Hard to tell, really.
As you look closer, and as you kind of, I guess, veer closer to it, you start to see its mouth outstretched and open, its tongue a platform that leads down into an entranceway.
Does it look like the platform would be large enough to bring the castle to the edge of it without being dangerously close to the edge?
No, there is not enough room. The tongue itself is probably about 30 foot by 60, as it kind of pokes out as this platform out into the off the edge of the mountain. Definitely not enough room for the castle. And looking around at the rest of the mountainside, there doesn't look like anywhere where you can naturally set it down. You could get close and step over.
Does it look like it's below the cloud level for the blizzard, or is it still very much bad weather on the platform?
No,
as well?
it's nested within the blizzard itself.
Abard licks the end of his finger and holds it up to the wind. Not sure it's good weather for flying the gyro, boys. Might be a bit risky. We could give it a go. Not sure what else we could do, really. Otherwise, we might be in for a climb.
Do you reckon we could take the castle up there?
Bit risky, I think. I guess we sort of catch the wind quite a bit, being a very large, flat-sided tower. Might be a bit risky.
I could be right.
Why don't we just take the gyro then? Just a short hop.
Maybe Zephyrus can use magic and make us do the thing Shamash does with when he is somewhere and then he is other place in second. What do you call this?
Oh, that's a good point. If anyone would like to fly, I could at least help two of you.
No, it's not flying. No.
Okay.
He says, is he something?
It's
like, moist feet.
Oh yes. Well, I tell you what.
That's it. Sorry, Evan. Yeah.
Perhaps one of. Let's think. How many of us are there? There's 6 or 7 if you include this new fellow, Kaibar. So I could make 2 of you fly. I can misty step myself without any help of devices. But then also I could give the dagger to one of you, which would make 4 people who could just jump on down, essentially, or fly. But there are 7 of
us. Make us fly. Make us step.
Oh, we could definitely.
Is he awake yet?
Jolly good idea.
What's Seth doing? Should we just go and talk to Seth, actually?
Yes.
Okay.
Walking back into his room, Zephyros would be kind of like, he's in a meditative state still, but his eyes are open now. He's come to a location and he's kind of out of phase, like he's able to be able to engage. Are we here, little ones? Have I landed us in the right place?
Mate, pretty much spot on, if you ask me. But if you just have a little peek out there over the side there, do you see that little thing that looks like a dragon's face?
I do indeed.
Yeah, that's where we've got to be. But fortunately, thing is, yeah, we're not there, and it looks a bit treacherous, if you know what I mean.
I can pull the cloud up to the edge, and you could step over.
That would be perfect. Yeah, cheers, mate. Cheers.
Didn't Fancy Man say that was bad
I mean,
idea?
if he says it's alright, it's his cloud, do you know what I mean? I'm going to listen to him, so no offence, Amard, but I think he knows a bit more about magic castles than you do.
Yes,
so,
yep,
you know.
Castles and magic castles, not my area of expertise. I will be the first to admit. Sorry, Smash.
You
No,
did not
I'm fine
think
giving
that
it a
Zeph-
go, and if it doesn't go well, at
Mash,
least
you're talking
I
over
can
Zeph,
just
by the way. Sorry, Zeph.
Oh, sorry, Zeph. You
Sorry.
go on.
It-
My
no,
apologies.
it's okay. There are just so many of you. It is.
No, it's all right, mate. Honestly, we've just got to be better at taking turns, and we're not. But we're literally working on it, aren't we, Smash?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I'm learning that too.
Oh, good. Avon, that's good. Sorry.
Do not doubt my ability to hold this castle in place. If it
No.
needs to be.
No, I wasn't. No, I didn't mean it like that. But we crashed.
What did Dub say
Castle
about
before,
taking turns?
And
We crashed before when we were being chased by hundreds of gargoyles. I should remind you. I was
Yes.
not exactly focused.
And this
Yes.
time there's just one very, very large gargoyle.
Is it chasing us? Why did you not say?
No, he's doing one of them jokes that I wouldn't worry about. It wasn't very funny. But, yeah.
You are very good at that. He stares at you, Abon. Your unfunny jokes, is that something you specialize in?
Yes, my father tells me that very regularly. Sorry,
Anyway.
Venga, I think I cut you off, would you?
No, he says at Unger. He wants to speak.
me?
He said you were speaking, but I did not remember
I
you
was-
speaking.
I was speaking.
You know, I've
Oh.
been thinking about this a lot, and I've actually carved this. And Nubs brings out something out of his backpack. It's a little shell that's been carved out of wood. I think whoever's holding this is the one who gets to talk. And I just think, you know, we've been arguing about just such silly little things. Me and Serac, for instance, didn't get on from day one, probably just because of interrupting. I think I'm going to assume it's that because he likes to interrupt. I don't like to interrupt. I mean, I do, but I don't like to. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I think whoever holds
that
this.
you have the shell.
Oh, sorry. Here's the shell. This gives it to Shamash.
I said it's convenient that you are holding the shell, and he passed it back.
I'm not holding the shell. He just says in a really Hereford accent. Not even holding the shell, am I?
But I did pass it back to you. You're holding it right now.
Only talking with the shell, please. He says.
Ah!
Anyway, Zeph, yeah, if you just fly us up there, mate, that would be absolutely top notch.
Indeed. I should be here holding it in place for when you return.
Yeah, you hold the shell for now as well. Cheers, mate.
Okay.
And Nubs gives him the little wooden shell.
He holds it, and it looks tiny in his hand. He sits back down, and he kind of places the shell in front of him. He closes his eyes, he puts his arms on his knees, and you feel the castle begin to shift slowly. And looking out the window, you see the castle begin to descend towards the platform, the face of the giant dragon-faced carving becoming larger and larger in your view. Until the cloud settles, nestling against the tongue platform. And you see this large open hole, this pathway in to the mountain in front of you.
So, I guess Great Worm was just talking about the statue of the worm. Say it's probably nothing much to fear inside, is there?
No, I guess it's a cavern built within a great worm. It's quite interesting, really.
Pretty standard, if you ask me. A little bit embarrassing, to be honest, how obvious it is. But yeah, we get it. Worm cavern. All right. What's next?
Right, well, I suppose downwards and inwards. Right, how are we getting down? We think we can do 4 of us with Misty stepping, and then
No, we're just going to walk.
Are we
We're
literally
just
there?
walking across the cloud with
Are we
left.
literally there, though?
yeah,
well,
Avon is looking in completely the wrong direction off the side of the castle again. Oh, right, yes, well, in we go then. Tremendous.
Time bar, are you coming?
Who was that, sorry?
Kaimba.
I think he goes by Simba, but I don't want to like annoy him, so
I don't really have the surname.
he's pretty sensitive.
Kaimba. I'm Sirak of Stazale. I have no surname, really. I've never been known by Kaimba.
No, sorry. Okay,
I
well,
prefer
Sirak.
to keep it that way for now.
Come on, Sissy of Cyril, let's go.
Sissy Sirak, are you coming?
Hey, call it Sissy Sarah.
I thought I might stay here with Zephyros.
Why?
I hear your track record with additionals is slightly worrisome.
I think you'll find the ape has been alive for some time now.
Has anyone seen
He
Gary?
looks at the undead ape. He's fine.
Yes, we brought him back over the river Styx upon a bridge of corpses of his friends.
Yeah. He
But yeah,
sometimes talks in his sleep.
Right, who will be walking in first? I will. Who will be walking adjacent to me at the front?
I'll come with you. I can see in the dark.
Right, excellent. Good job, Nubs. Here, let me bless you. And
Ooh.
Warding bond on Nubs.
Ooh.
It feels like
AC.
it feels nice. It's like warm, but it's like tingly, but it's like in a nice way. Do you know what I mean? It just says
Yeah.
35. Yeah, that's nice.
Right, here we go then.
Okay, so give me the marching order here in terms of how you're going in.
Abard and Nubs right up at the front.
Mash will take the rear.
As
Ungo will be behind Abard and Nubs then, as close as he can.
Medica? Finnan?
I guess I'm just following in the pack, but I'm keeping Kurohi close to me. It's
Okay.
about.
Okay. Medica, how about you?
Your mic
You're
is
muted.
muted.
Medica is just staring into the back of the next person in front of him. He doesn't really care or know who is in front. Just thinking, I'm feeling shit.
Okay. Sirak kind of pauses at the edge of the cloud. I mean, I'm not really a fighter. I could stay here and maybe, call Zeph if there's something going on. Maybe we'll find a way to communicate. I'm a little bit scared.
You're probably safer with us than you are here.
Really?
Just let him
Well,
stay.
here-
No, you know what? Just stay.
Here
honestly.
you're on your own. With us, you have people to protect you.
I mean, he's with Zeph though, isn't he?
You can fight. You strong fighter.
I can fight, but I'm not of the same expertise as yourselves.
Then you stay here.
Yes.
You kind of look at him and he's just dressed as like in simple leathers and he has a quarterstaff by his side. He's definitely not like a seasoned veteran fighter like yourselves.
No, I think quite frankly, if we've learnt one thing from our journeys, it is always good to have someone in reserve. Should we not return within a reasonable period, we may be stuck in some sort of trans-dimensional portal. Always good to have someone able to speak to us, might be able to assist. So, no, you stay there. And I think this cavern might be too small for Zephyros to follow us in if there's any trouble anyway. So, no, you just sit there.
I'm sorry to be not of much use.
Very good point.
Continue.
It's okay. Sirak kind of bows. I'm sorry for not being much use, but perhaps I'll be on the lookout in case you send a signal back up or whatever it might be. What should I look out for?
Here, take this. Finnan, rummaging in his bag, produces a small bell he's been carrying for a long time. Ring this if there's a bad problem.
Or if you need help.
I
Look
ring
out
this
for
if I'm
seagull.
in trouble, or I ring this if you're in trouble. Sorry, I don't quite understand.
How are we going to ring that if we're in trouble?
Something's going on.
Okay, and how would I know if you're in danger?
We'll come screaming out of the cavern. Yeah, we'll come screaming out of the cavern. Probably.
Okay.
If that happens. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll ring this tiny bell in the middle of a blizzard whilst you go down into a mountain. I'm
Oh
sure
my
you'll hear it. It'll
god,
be
says
fine.
Nubs rubbing his head like, it's the magic bell, dude. Like, oh my god. Like, can't you tell? Oh. Oh, I mean, no. It's a magic. Oh yeah, the bell's
Okay.
magic, and it will protect you as well. Not from gravity though, but everything else. Just in case you
Kind
get
of
ideas,
stares at the bell. Okay, I'll see you soon then. Good luck.
Do we still have those weird talking stones, by the way? No, we don't, do we?
What? Talking stone?
I've seen you and him
Stone.
talking on them. You know, you and the little man. It's like a little stone you'd whisper into.
Just whisper sweet nothings into it.
Yeah, you do it every night. For loads of nights. I watched you doing it.
Yes, it's like
Talking to someone.
That'd be a useful thing to have, wouldn't
it's
it?
like it's kind of almost comfort thing, you know. You talk
That's
to
weird.
stone.
That's pretty weird.
Both talk to it.
Yeah, I kept waking up and hearing them, and they'd be on and on to this stone about what's going on. Couldn't understand what they were saying, but yeah, it's really weird.
Very normal thing in my culture. We live in caves, so we talk to stones.
Okay, all right. I just assumed it could talk to it, maybe back to you. Anyway, no, we'll signal by just running out of this cavern. By the sounds of things, we'll be waving our hands and screaming, and probably on fire. All right, let's go.
I've got a whistle. On we go.
It's got a whistle time. Let's go.
Bye bye, Sirek Kaibar.
Says Ale.
Don't you lose that bell.
Okay. Through the mouth you enter. And as you start to wander in, the darkness feels impenetrable. And even those of you with dark vision struggle to see little more than 15 foot ahead. Unger, as you pass through the mouth of the worm, I'd like you to roll me a history check, please.
Oh.
You gaze in wonder at this carving and think, what an incredible display of craftsmanship. And you follow the rest of the party through.
Yes, I myself can see very little actually.
It's all right. I can see. I think basically,
Yes,
roughly.
I can sense you in the darkness. This is tremendous. Right, let's continue.
Yeah, weirdly enough, this is like darker than regular dark. I don't understand why my dark vision's not working that well, but yeah, it's pretty dark.
Probably the blizzard.
Yeah, probably the blizzard. It just keeps moving on with AMOD.
Winter nights they draw in, you see. It gets dark.
Do
very
draw in.
dark.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's a good point.
Rain, normally I
But-
can see much better than this.
What you do see as you pass through this passageway is you look at the walls and you see it's almost like riveted, like the inside of a gullet. Craftsmanship is quite incredible. And as you walk forward and further into this passageway, you come into a great cylindrical passage that descends directly downwards. You only know that it descends directly downwards because as you look down through the darkness, you see it's hard to tell exactly how far down, potentially even a mile downwards it goes. You see a pool of light directly at the bottom. What you see roughly through this deep passageway that tunnels down directly down is a small spiraling path that descends down the wall of this passage. Train ups, go for it.
Oh, I was going to say, if it wasn't for all the being made out of stone, I'd swear we were literally inside a dragon right now, but we're not. All right, anyway, I don't know if. Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Bash your toe.
No, just wondering. Abod pulls out one of the worm scales he got from the last worm they killed, and he's just going to feel that, and he's just feeling the inside of a wall, and he just wants to try and compare what the texture feels like.
I think they're from the outside, as far as I know. Says Nubs, just putting his arms up. Don't I know everything?
You watch as
Ava goes,
as you see,
concentrate.
As his ear up against the wall.
Yeah, you do watch as Abard kind of puts this scale against what is plainly a stone wall. It is hard to tell what he's trying to look for, but Abard, you immediately recognize that this inside is not carved to be scales.
No, it's not scale.
Yeah, no. Hey, look! Look over here, Abard. There's some stairs. You're the leader. Should we go down them?
Yes.
There are no stairs. By the way, it's
what?
just a path. It's
It's a path. It descends. Sorry, it goes in a spiral like a stairs. Wood is what I meant to say, but it's just a slope. So if you were on, you could just roll down if you want.
I wonder if we should slide
on for a mile.
I don't think there's any rails. It just goes round and round and round, doesn't it? It spirals down.
You can see in the darkness that Unger would be nodding enthusiastically at Abad's suggestion. Kind of like Jack Nicholson does.
Surely we might just fall off the edge and then fall to our death. Well, you and I would.
Also, is it? I mean, it's rock. It can be slippery, but is it that slippy? We could slip all the way down, or maybe we could
roll a nature check.
I'm gonna check it out. Let's see if it's slippy. Sorry, I'm literally just looking for it. I can't flip and find it. Trying to fill out the silence there. There we go. Did it.
Yeah. The path under the slope underfoot is stony and rocky, but the sheer cold and the humidity in here does create this fine layer of ice. It isn't everywhere. There are patches as you kind of look around. Yeah.
Well, it is kind of slippy. A few patches of ice. I mean, should we risk it? As Shamash says, what if we end up just shooting off the edge? If we can't control our descent.
All right, let's go down 100 yards.
And then
see how smooth it is. See how we're feeling.
All right.
Come on, guys.
And then we'll assess every 100 yards after that. It shouldn't be a no.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
As you start to walk into, start to descend down this spiraling slope, Nubs, it isn't long until in front of you would see this probably over Abard due to your vision. You see a spear on the ground, frozen, shimmering, with like a crystallized topping across its form.
There's something over here, by the way. Okay, I'll go over and have a look at it, stroking my beard before I touch it. Looks like some kind of a spear.
Say the slope itself, like width of it, isn't wide. It's about kind of 10 foot in width. So there's not really too far for you to go other than directly downwards. So it would be directly in your pathway.
Okay. So I'll just walk down towards it and have a look at it. Well, doesn't seem to be evil. Oh, no, I'm going to think about it a bit more first.
Once you look at it, you could roll an investigation check, please.
Yeah. I'm investigating so hard right now. I know exactly what this is.
Well, with a
I
natural
rolled a 26,
with a natural 20, you look at it and immediately recognize the type of spear is exactly the same of which Uncle Bunkerson uses.
Bunker, this looks like exactly the sort of spears that you would use. Those crystalline things.
Crystal?
Yeah, it's got a crystalline sort of point to it. Maybe it's made of obsidian or something like that.
Sorry, I think I put it in my description. So it's a normal spear, but it's kind of like covered in like a sheet of ice, like
ice crystals. So I thought maybe it had like a crystal like spearhead. Apologies.
Unger takes the spear from Nubs and then like whacks it on the wall, like shattering the ice off. It was his normal spear.
Oh, yeah, look at that. But it still looks like one of your ones.
Yeah.
So put that in your pocket if I were you, mate.
It's a good spear. I keep.
Yeah, I reckon. I'll see if I find any more. I'll let you know.
You add one more spear to your inventory, Unger.
Seems odd that such a similar spear to that of your people might be down in a cave like this, Unger.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, how many variants of spear are there? Let's be honest. It's a stick with a point on it.
He's confused with this. He's never seen a modern spear, I don't think. So this is like his only concept.
You've seen what Abard has.
He has javelins, doesn't he?
Oh, that's true. Yes.
That's
like a spear.
Mass produced. That's they're a spear, but the result of mass production.
It's sort of a spear for throwing, if you think about it. Which I suppose all spears are in any case. You know,
I'll have you know.
Not the Zulu short stabbing spear. They use down in... Yes. Right. Well.
wait, no. What are you talking about? Explain some more.
There are all sorts of types of spears. As my friend Abard Hill, there's spears for hunting boar, there's spears for fighting, there's your classic empilum, which would have had a bit of weak metal. The idea with it would fall onto someone's shield, get stuck in it, and they would not be able to use their shield in battle anymore. So that's why you think this might be, just any old spear. It's actually remarkably similar to the one we found in Unger. And rather similar to the fact that we found many people and items like Unger.
I understand where you're coming from. But what I'm asking is, what is the difference, right, between a spear and then a javelin? Because I think both of them are basically the same thing.
Javelin's pointy on both ends.
Now, why is that?
I don't know, it just is. So you can stab them with both sides.
Javelin's better for the we're aerodynamic.
Javelin better weighted for throwing. Spear better weighted for poking mammoth.
Oh, that's right.
Exactly. Mammoth poking spear, this.
Alright, I think I understand. Well, we'll keep going, and I'll see if I find any more. I'll let you know.
Yes, we better make a move. Let's continue.
Okay. As you start to descend deeper, I would ask all of you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Everyone will get a +3 from proximity to Abard.
Natural 20, 27.
Abard himself rolled like shit.
So I rolled a 30,
20,
I think.
or 20, wait, plus 10. So
is that the first 30 of the game? It might be. I'm not sure. Just going to say.
I feel like you've got more than 30 damage before.
Yeah.
I mean, like in a roll that's gone over 30. It's like a dex save or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Could be.
Just showing off.
Right. In terms of the marching order, Abard, you are the first to put your foot on the large patch of black ice, and you slip and start to slide at an alarming rate you have a split second, along with Ungabungson, Kurihi, Finnan, and Medica, who all fall through the patch of ice. Nubs and Shamash, you have, considering you have succeeded, you both have an opportunity to assist. But I would ask whatever the people have failed, what they do in split second to attempt to either right themselves or do whatever it is to correct them.
Could I briefly say something before we start? Is it because I got a natural 20? Do I get an assist before they even have to do anything? Or
I'll allow it.
Yeah. Who's closest to me? I suppose it's Abard, is it?
Yeah, Abard.
Yeah. Can I? So as Abard starts to go, can I just like grab him by the arm and like pull him away from the black ice and back over to where I am, or at least attempt to do so? Excuse me.
Yes. What would you like to roll?
I suppose a dexterity, if that's okay with you.
Yes, do it.
Not a dex
Whatever
save,
you
just
get.
a regular old dex roll, I'm guessing. Or
Yes. Yeah.
okay. Oh,
Whatever you
I rolled
roll is added.
22.
You
That was a
grab
dex save
Abard
again for some reason.
immediately.
That's weird. I definitely pressed dex at the top though, but okay. Yeah. Thanks.
That's okay. You immediately grab Abard and are able to right him. Abard, you look up at Nubs as he grabs you. So you don't have to roll anything. You have been saved. Ungabungson, what do you do?
As Ungabungson feels his feet slipping out from under him, he immediately tries to grab onto whatever is closest to him, which I assume would probably be like Abard's ankles or Nubs's ankles.
Yeah, that would be immediately what you kind of slide down into.
I will use a dexterity check to see if I can grab onto an ankle.
Okay.
Oh,
It's not ruin. Hold on, let me try that again. Keeps rolling saves.
I think
When I
it does a
click it.
different modifier, because mine was definitely modified differently to the first one.
I would say that this would be a save for you anyway, because
Okay.
you are saving against it. You still fail. You aren't able to grab onto Nubs and Abard, you see Ungabungson start to roll at an alarming rate past
Friendly
you.
game.
Yeah.
If it's a save, that he would get a +3, so that 12 would become a 15.
A 15 just makes the save.
Whoa.
Grabs Abard's the bottom of Abard's toe plate.
You hear a little
Fingernails
squeak as
grip
your
into
thumb
it.
polishes the
Yeah.
metal as you manage to stop yourself.
As he manages to stop himself, I quickly try and consolidate my grip and like start climbing onto like grabbing each ankle. So I've got Abard's left and right ankles. As I'm
I've
like,
got you, big fella.
Okay, perfect.
He's putting his hands on his hips.
The next, as you kind of hear this big fella word coming out, Medica, you start to slide past your party. What do you do to make a corrective save?
I would probably do a controlled fall because I'm not too energized currently, but I would probably do the same dexterity save to try to fall down basically and grab anything I can.
Okay, perfect. I'll allow you to you could either make an athletics or an acrobatics check if you prefer. If you want to add additional flair to this.
No. I'll do it with this because I'm exhausted. I cannot be asked to perform anything too major.
Roll me a dexterity.
Yeah, there we go.
half-heartedly tries to grab his almost accepting his fate.
I was going to say,
It's like,
imagine him lying on his back and he just slides past us. We just salute him as he goes down. Just like,
Doesn't even try to resist.
like defeated look in his
slaps on his
face. Just,
Also, I have a question. Does Medica accelerate even faster because he's wearing full plate armor? It's like the friction is almost nothing.
It definitely adds more to the bludgeoning
works.
damage he's about
Oh,
to
it did.
receive.
no.
Medica,
Oh.
you slide. What we'll do is we'll cover your damage in a second. We'll come back to
Oh, God.
both
Special sheet
Finnan
for all characters.
Finnan and Kurahi, as you take a hit on black ice, what do you do as you make your corrective saves?
So we rolled kind of shit, if we're honest. But Finnan did a bit better than Curry. As we're like going like close together, I think Finnan's gonna try and like jump onto Curry, like oh my god, then try and use Curry as like some sort of sledge, whilst Curry tries to slow down.
Okay. So what would you like to roll to do so?
I guess Finnan's gonna have some sort of athletics roll.
Okay.
So I think he gets on Kurahi safely instead of spamming it.
Okay.
I mean, while Kurahi, I guess strength to like A, balance Finnan, but B, like try and slow down on anything you get hold of. I
Okay.
don't know, is that right?
Yeah, mate. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You just tell me what you're gonna roll. Yeah, 19. Okay. Yeah. Explain to me how you kind of come to a stop.
So Kurahi's sort of like on his belly somehow, arms out like trying to slow down as much as possible. Meanwhile, Finnan, surfing style, is now getting up onto his, like he's got 1 foot raised up, so he's like down the ice.
Nice. Do you pass your fellow party downwards then until you can find a nice place to stop? Yeah.
With speed at this point.
Okay, you kind of start catching up to Medica's body, which is just sliding at an alarming rate down this kind of spiral. He's kind of been his force has been like pushed into like the corner between the wall and the platform, like he's kind of going around like helter skelter. But you see about 30 foot in front of you as Medica's body just smashes into this this object in the middle of the pathway. And Medica, you take 2d8 bludgeoning damage as you smash into this frozen object. Okay, not too bad. Medica, as you look up at this object that you've hit, you see a frozen, shimmering form, and as you look up, you recognize that it is humanoid.
I'm probably supposed to say something, but Medica just looks at it and doesn't move
Just
a
stares
muscle.
at it.
It's like,
Okay. As you kind of look up at it in your malaise, you see, as you start to look at it, almost a familiar form. A chunky jaw, a frame draped in bulging muscle, but its form is encapsulated in ice. And you notice one thing, and I would imagine as the rest of your party arrives to look at this form, you notice one thing in particular. It's running away.
And we all see that.
Yeah. And as you get closer, looking at the face, you see it is draped in fear, an expression of ungodly distress.
On seeing this, Unger immediately draws his maul. He's here! He's here! He's here! He's gonna freeze us! Don't!
What do you mean, Bunga? What do you mean?
He's here!
Who's
He's
here?
Freezing. Freezing is the least of our worries. And Smash breathes out a hot breath of air just to, comfort people.
No. It's
Go off.
not no more ice. Not no more.
Do you know these people, Bunga? Do you know these people frozen in the ice?
Hunger's gonna step a little bit closer and lean in and kind of like wipes the front of the ice on his head.
Hold on a minute. Just go ahead and do that.
Wipe the front of the ice on his head. See if we can shine it and get it a bit clearer.
Sorry, I knew we had a sound for that.
I think I can hopefully share something with you. I definitely can. Hang on, give me 2 seconds. I'm hoping that. Can you just post images in? It has to have a URL. Is that right?
Yeah, as long as it's like .jpeg or .png or something, you're all good.
Don't know. Oh fuck! It's ChatGPT. It's not gonna work. Give me 2 seconds. Let me upload it. Can I upload it in?
I like to copy paste it into Imager, and then you'll have a uploaded URL. You can just copy it straight away. You have to have an account. Literally copy paste upload straight.
Can we take a quick piss break while we're doing this?
Yes, go for it.
Yeah.
Great.
Nice.
Be
Copy
remember.
paste. Sorry, how do you do that?
Okay, so on Imager, if you
Oh, on Imgo. Got it.
Imgo, yeah. So you can just do new post. You can literally just copy and paste from your clipboard straight out of there.
Got it.
And then when you go to the
Mega.
next page, you can see you can go on the image, just right click, open a new tab, and the URL's there. You don't have to do any other first faffing around. Don't have to worry about posting. It's handy.
Got it.
Nice.
Cool. Nice one.
No worries, dude. I'm just gonna grab a drink.
Thank you.
We can discern the sound of the ice cube tray coming out of the freezer from upstairs. He loves ice.
What's in the? Is it just ice cream in that tray?
No, he just loves ice cubes. We just give him
Oh, yeah.
loads.
Our dog
Yeah.
like ice cubes.
You chase him round on the kitchen floor as they
Yeah,
sort of
keep
skitter
them
across.
indeed.
Yeah. Nice.
It's so fun.
Right, ready?
isn't it, watching dogs with ice cubes. Yeah.
Ready.
Ready?
Talk about
I
ice
think
cubes.
I'm experiencing some lag again. But let's see.
You seem okay.
Oh, you're right.
3, 2, 1, China.
Oh, no.
China.
China.
Okay.
Ooh.
We'll take it. We'll take it. It'll do. Well, beggars can't be choosers and all that.
See that?
So you're drinking that for an advertisement there,
Oh, wait.
Kimmy. It's like perfectly lateral to the camera.
Oh my
me?
god.
As you look at it, Unger,
Exactly.
do you recognise this person?
Oh my god, I hate a dude.
Unger looks closely, examining the features. Looks at the things in his belt. Looks for any symbology on him at all. Any animals.
You'd see a raven skull on his belt.
Unger's eyes widen.
Is it Unger? What do you see? Sorry, that wasn't my voice. What is it, Unger? What do you see?
As sign of raven. Unger points to his belt.
It's the same as yours.
Uncanny. Maybe he had the same tailor as you.
No. It's hard to say. All sages, shaman, come to Raven Shrine for wisdom.
Do you think that's what this person was doing?
He is here. If he is Raven Shrine tribe, he shouldn't be here.
Wait, are you a sage?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I'm
Oh.
Raven Tribe.
Oh, sorry. I was getting carried away.
When you say he is a shaman,
I don't know his face. But he carries mark of Raven. See Unger retreating into himself. Says a bit more quiet. I don't know.
What happened here, Bunga? Do you know? When you say he froze them, who do you mean? Is it that one you've spoke of before? Grezog?
Rezuk. Image of a man, a hooded man with fiery red, glowing pits in a dark cave flashes on Unger's memory.
Where?
Rezuk. He wielded elements, powerful shaman. Fire, ice. Unger trembles a bit. Snake.
A small,
Snake.
angry man.
snake is not what we would call an element for us learned people.
Snake is nature. Nature is element.
Now, I believe a snake is a combination of earth and fire. Earth gives it body and fire gives it life.
Huh? Unger looks confused at this statement.
Yes, I do agree. I'm not entirely sure.
There's a bit of water in there, obviously. That's what gives it its blood. But it's mostly earth and fire.
What about ether? It's got to have some of that too, right?
What is ether?
Oh, it's the other element that makes things bind together. It's like the glue that holds the existence of the universe together. You might say, at least we never believe so.
Yes, one wouldn't refer to ether as an element, but it is what's combined.
Well, I think that's quite semantic.
Yes, that is what academia is, semantics.
Yes.
Perhaps we should discuss it further, or perhaps we just ask this fellow. And Shamash, without asking, casts a bonfire next to him.
Unger kicks the bonfire and tries to stamp it out and kick it over the ledge instantaneously.
This may not be the time.
Good luck, it's a magical bonfire.
Oh shit.
You're casting the bonfire next to
Yeah,
the
next
person.
to him.
As the ice around the form begins to slowly melt, this kind of permafrost begins to reveal edges of the skin from the head and the arms, and as it does so, the immediate contact with the oxygen in the room starts to immediately mummify the body within inside, and the skin starts to turn pale and ashen as it starts to kind of vacuum in around the bone, and you see the whole body of this person in front of you shrivel up into this kind of corpseified state as the eyes deteriorate into dust, the hair begins to fall out, and the flesh just cling film wraps around the skeleton itself, and it falls over down onto the floor and starts to slide down the pathway.
Right. Let's try and find another.
One of you healers, chase after that body.
I
have a feeling we should tread slightly more lightly. We've no idea what remains in this cave, and making all this racket will be certainly something that's probably best avoided.
Yes. So, Unger, this Grezog, the ice serpent, he breathes frost and freezes people.
He is man, but he
He's
used
man.
power. He is man, yes. Like you, like me. Well,
Not like me, though.
Unger looks at Abud. More like me. He used magic. Magic was supposed to heal. Supposed to help. And he used it for pain.
And
for
you
fear.
think?
I'm not finished.
What?
Remember this the shell. We don't have it, but imagine it. Sorry, I'm just trying to help.
Unger holding up a finger like, to the party.
Yeah, sorry.
You see fear in this man's eyes before Lizard Man ruined him and he slide away. Grezug is made powerful by fear, by pain. That's why he no kill Unger. He want to keep Unger alive in fear and feed from fear. This is the source of his power. Pain, suffering, fear. He frees me. I don't know who else. Maybe everyone dead.
I mean,
Good.
if we find any more frozen... Sorry.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, how did you survive and this chap just frizzled up into a little cabbage? How come you survived everything?
I was going to say, like, do you think we could save them if we unfreeze them properly?
Yes, take magic. Like Zagariah saved me.
Zagariah.
He turns to Shamash and says, I only remember pieces. There were little fish men. They steal me while I frozen. They came at night when Grezug was probably burning more villages. They take me deep underground. Dark. So dark. No light. I remember hearing voices. Their voices. Some words. Some language. Unger starts recounting some of that language that sounds probably completely horrific to those of you who can't understand. But if anyone in the party can understand, he'd be speaking Undercommon.
So I'm guessing it sounds like Dutch. Give me a club, Papa.
And if you could understand Undercommon, in Undercommon he would be saying, Shiny Iceman, give us food, give us warmth. And then time fold into time. Darkness become darker. Fishmen go. Cold become cold. Until one day I wake up like from dream, but drowning. And I see Zagariah. He take me out of ice, and I recognized nothing around me. Far away, in river of ice, river of ice flow from mountain for 100 miles. And he told me I was asleep for 3,000 years.
Oh my goodness. But what happened to Zachariah?
Night. In his study, he'd take me in. There was smashing downstairs, windows, sound of violence. I run down. His family dead. Blood. Death. And nobody else. I hear something. Zachariah scream upstairs. I run. And there are people with mark of Grezug. They take him. I kill 3, 4, maybe 5, I can't remember. But Zachariah gone.
You mean Grezog could be alive after 3,000 years?
Maybe alive. Maybe like shiny Iceman god. Like I was to fish people.
Grief.
I don't know.
Can you draw us the mark of Grezug? How does it look?
No. I will not draw it.
Fair enough.
But
Lead.
it is two snake. Climbing inside Skull's eyes.
These fish people, they weren't like the fish people we've already encountered on recent travels, are they?
No, they are small. I think
Oh, well, that's fine then.
they are stupid.
Those fish people feel that way, I think.
The mountain that you were trapped in. We're in a very dark mountain here. Do you think maybe it was here?
Maybe. I don't know where fishmen take me. Fishmen take me away from Grezug. Grezug had camp close to Raven Rock. The rest is like a dream.
Very well. Thank you, Unger. Thank you for sharing with us.
I almost feel bad for partially melting your friend here. Still, I'm sure we'll find more.
If this was Grezug, I don't think fire can melt that ice.
Oh, well, that's a relief then. Still, Sorry to destroy the only symbol of your heritage that we've found in the last 3,000 years. That was a bit rash of me, and I see now that I may have been a bit hasty. So I apologize, Unger. I hope you can forgive me.
We will give him burial.
Yes, once we find the darn finder, he's just sliding on down, round and round and round.
We hear the distant sound of like the corpse like bouncing off the bits of the horse. It's still sliding down. Ah, yes, there he is. Looks about 200 meters down.
Well, I suppose
Someone should go and put the brakes on.
Keep going.
Yes, I suppose maybe we should continue down. Maybe we all take a slightly more careful step. Now we know the ice could be lurking.
Yeah. Oh, actually, if you let me look at your shoes, I might be able to put some spikes through them, so we're less likely to slide around on the ice.
Ah, tremendous idea! And Abard lifts up like his armoured boots, which just have like a completely flat, shiny bottom.
You have metal boots? Says Nubs, like in an incredulous voice. They're metal at the bottom. They're not metal on top, but they're also metal underneath.
Yeah.
Are you joking me?
Yeah.
Is this what you've been? Nubs just looks at me, his mouth like it's shot. How do you even? No. You know what? Forget about it.
That's why you've never seen me in a ploughed field on a rainy day.
No, I suppose not.
Medical
That's because your tenants will be working it more like.
Exactly.
Medical looks at Anga and raises his hands and doesn't say a word. He's still lying on the floor.
Anga grabs his hand, attempts to hoist him up.
Oh!
Oh my god.
The strength really invigorates Medica because he values physical prowess, and he feels like almost inspired by Angus muscly muscly power.
I would say he's so inspired that roll me a constitution check to see if you actually pull out of your hungover malaise.
Oh, you get a +3 to save.
I have -2 because of exhaustion, so +1. Where the hell is there? $14.
It's enough.
Oh!
I'm going to pat Medica on the back as well.
Whoa! Let's go. Ooh.
Okay. Descending downwards, you start to pass one more frozen body, and another, and another. And as you start to come to the bottom of this spiraling pathway, you see in front of you a lit chamber from where the light source has been coming from. And I'm going to move you all onto a map.
Sick.
Ooh.
As the body slid into the middle of the lit chamber.
What's left of it after bashing off all the walls on the way down, round and round and round and round.
Be clear, did I get my exhaustion off because of that?
Yes, yeah, you did.
Yay!
As you step into this open chamber, this well-lit chamber, there are a number of terraced platforms, circular, each with steps descending down into the next, each surrounded by flame-lit torches blazing, their coals red hot, fresh and new. Several pools of water flame lapping in their reflection. chamber around you is immaculate. The sound reverberates with an odd shimmering quality. Wind blowing into the vast chamber from the far end. A platform that reaches out into the wild blizzard from where you've come. Either side, large statues of warriors stand in wait. From their attire, Unga, you'd recognize these as monks of the Fagist, the warrior preachers of the hills. You did not meet many in your time, the passing attendants at a feast maybe, but you recognize their attire and their hairstyle that they wore at the time. But what you also notice are two more things in this room. A number of frozen warriors dotted through the room, all running to you, towards the exit. Dunga takes precedent to you is that in the center of this room, you see a deep red leaf swaying in this breeze of the blizzard. These leaves flutter on the end of a bark of ivory silver. This tree sitting in the circle of soil. There's been a memory in the back of your mind for some time, and it's of this tree.
And looking at this tree, kind of shakes his head and casts his gaze to the floor. He feels like he's never been here, and yet he can see an image of the tree in his mind, of the red leaves swaying gently. He can't tell if it's peaceful, and there's nothing else about the memory that even sticks out to him except for this tree. Thinks at first it might be magic. Someone might be trying to play a trick on him. But he's sure he's seen this tree before. Just doesn't know where or when. Tree. Anyone have seen a tree like this?
Can Abel do a history check to see if he recognises the type of tree?
For sure. You don't remember the name, but you've seen drawings of trees like this. They're rare, and they grow in the snow-capped mountains across the spine of the world. Few of them have ever been found, but when they have, they've been heralded as sacred beings in this world.
I'll explain that to Wanga. There's some sort of revered sacred tree.
I haven't seen this tree. Why do I know it? Something bad happened, Unger says, looking around at all of these warriors Do they have the same expression of fear in their face?
Yeah. As if their final moments were just panicked flee.
Can I cast a history check on the tree to see if there's any sort of folklore about anything similar, which could be misconstrued as old history?
Yeah, go for it. Listening to Abard speak up from his own memory of the trees, you start to add your own flavour to it. You've heard stories of various trees throughout the land that have been used to protect certain sites that have been built around them.
It's just like
It is said that these trees are living beings.
There's been a lot of vestiges with trees nearby, I'm just saying.
We should be careful. The sense of danger seems a lot more real to Unger when he sees people like him, and many people like him, frozen.
Do you think we could wake them up? Like Unger does?
Well, I did try that, Finn, but, well, you saw what happened, didn't you?
But these ones are down the bottom, though. They might be frozen different.
I mean, absolutely can. I'm happy to cast a bonfire if everything agrees, but after what happened last time, I feel it might get a bit...
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I think these men are fleeing whatever it was that froze them quite clearly, so I fear they might be innocent.
Perhaps we should just see what they were running from. Surely if it froze them, it can't do anything to us. Fire is our friend, our ally.
Is the tree not running towards the exit? Are they running away from the tree, or are they all, like, just running to where we are?
They're all running to whatever is their nearest set of steps to run back up. Yeah, no one seems to be running from the tree specifically.
Okay.
Oh, come on, lads, let's go up and see what's up here. Let's find this vestige. Perhaps we check out onto the balcony over there. In the far distance.
Yeah.
Maybe you go up on our right. It looks like that balcony over there will give you some overwatch over the rest of the room. That means I think if anything is to come at us from the other side, you might be able to fire down with some good range, good protection. Anyone else fancy going up there, maybe to cover us if we need assistance?
Oh, yes, I can. I can always misty step down if I need to get into the thick of it.
Right.
Very well. Abard, would you mind pointing precisely to where you mean using your finger?
Yes,
Maybe
I mean, just here.
Just there. Yes, I see where you're pointing now. Good. I wouldn't want to go to the wrong place. Yes, I will go there. Precisely.
Yes.
And I'll follow young Nubs.
I would say I wander on over, obviously, don't just immediately. But I'm just, for convenience, putting my marker there.
And Smash follows Nubs, who's in charge of this little section.
The protection section, says Nubs, looking over. When you think about it.
Yes, I'll protect your section if you protect mine, eh?
Ha ha! Nubs holds it in his hand for a high five.
High five. And Nubs gives a very leathery, scaly high five.
Really limp-wristed as well, I imagine.
Yeah, Shamash weirdly limp-wristed.
Yeah.
So maybe Nubs would be weirdly. Yeah.
Right, and Abod's going to cast Shield of Fate on himself. Suppose we'd best be on the ready.
Yes.
Great sense of danger. I don't know about everyone else, but maybe we should move the pack up these stairs here.
Hey, Bart! Says
Has his
Nubs
maul
right
in
back.
hand and grips it tightly as he moves forward as Nubs's shrill voice pierces the air like an arctic breeze.
Echoes around.
Hey, Bart!
What do
Do
you...
you have some kind of thing to check if there's evil around? I remember you doing that a few times.
Yes, but I think I can only check round about this section that I'm in here. When we get up the stairs, maybe I'll cast it out. I'm feeling it's probably going to be more towards the other end of the room.
And Nubs does this with his hand. He like sort of raises up as sort of like a hand, and he turns it into a thumbs up. Like, understood.
Right. We better make a move.
Unger would like to start walking, leading the pack with this one.
Medica wants to be behind Unger because so inspiration. Oh. I will follow this man to the grave.
Finn's staying close to Unger Bogus.
Yander.
Hey, Nubs, we've got the best sight as well. I was lucky it's not dark here, but if the lights were down, we could see everything that was going on, and they'd see nothing.
Yeah, what a weird thought, says Nubs, like looking sideways as he's and looks. Oh, by the way, do we still have our? Sorry to be annoying, but do we still have our plus HP? How long was that going to last? Half an hour, you said, right?
A day, I think.
Day.
Was it?
Oh,
A
a day.
day.
Shit, my bad. Yeah, cool. We're all good. Never mind. Apologies for asking.
I try and detect magic on the stairs before we start going up them.
I realised it sounded sarcastic there. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you're detecting magic on the stairs.
Yeah, I don't want to start climbing without at least trying to not have any magical spells going off.
There's no magic from the stairs, but I would imagine as you pass them, the water around you has this slight aura of magic around it.
The water's glowing, lads. Watch out. Don't drink any.
Hang on, man. And Abard's hearing that, going to cast Divine Sense around the water. And, going to detect any celestial fiend, undead, or hallow spell that's happening within a 60-foot radius. Which would cover, I think, 2 of these ponds.
Yeah. The water itself isn't evil. There's nothing that you sense from it. All that you sense is this kind of just like the fact that it is like a body of magic. It carries something, but it's not aligned.
Unger looking sideways at Finn and he's like going, on the stairs. And Abard is going on the water. We okay? We move?
I think so. Just let's stay away from the water.
Yes, the water is definitely fucky.
I believe that's a technical term.
Yeah. Right.
Unger climbs to the top of the stairs.
Nice.
Abard, you remind him.
Excuse me.
It's alright, Nubsy.
Echoes around the hall.
Yeah. Shit.
Because Abard has walked too far away from Nubs. Nubs
a bit
now
cold.
has a +1 AC.
Oh,
Sorry, Nubsy.
that's all right.
It'd be great there. As Nubs' sneeze echoes around the cavern, I want everyone to roll initiative.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh. Those two giant gargoyles come flying at you. Your sneezes alerted them.
I suppose standing next to this chap here, I'm just going to look at him. And does he recognize one of the warrior monks?
Looking at this figure, he is not a warrior monk. He is another member of the Raven tribe, and Unger, you'd recognize this person. And looking at the faces of everyone in this chamber, you start to recognize the faces of members of your tribe. You haven't seen their faces in a very, very long time. Millennia, in fact. What goes through your mind, and do you remember any of the names?
Inga pauses for a moment. The realization starts to send a chill down his spine. I know this face. He's going to walk around him to the one behind him. And him. They are brothers. Wug Wug. And Fugger. Becoming slightly more exasperated, Unga's going to rush ahead down the stairs. Rushing. Pace quickening. Up to this one. No. No. Rushes forwards again. I suppose he recognizes everyone he's seeing.
Right.
Oh no. Why here? No! His voice becomes more and more desperate and louder. He screams, no! As he sings this one here. And in this peak of rage, as his chest rises and falls, and he feels his blood starting to boil, he turns to his left and sees the tree. And he starts to slowly walk towards it. And even though he feels his brow is on fire with this rage, a strange sense of peace in this moment comes over him as he reaches a hand out and touches the bark of the tree, trying to discern why he recognizes it.
As you reach out and touch the tree, a flash of memory hangs through your mind as if a punch to your gut. And you suddenly realize why you remember this tree, and you look past the tree at the platform in front of you, over 80 foot away. And in your mind's eye, you picture yourself in that position, looking back towards where you stand right now. Realize that this is where you were first encapsulated within the ice. And looking at this chamber, it all suddenly dawns on you, this distant memory, is that this was once your prison. The tree was once your cellmate. And as you shout out, a voice echoes through the chamber. The prodigal son returns. Is it heartwarming to see your kinsmen again. Are you comforted to know that their fate was sealed attempting to rescue you? They died for you. Me. Do you recognize this place?
Unger stands at the ready at the sound of this voice, and disregarding its questions, he says, "Come out, Snake. There is yet one Ungard who still draws breath."
Do the rest of the party hear this now being said?
Yes, it echoes through the hall. Yeah.
So they I suppose, Nubs readies himself, starts looking around like, but his bow is half drawn now.
So
Who is it?
you'll prepare yourselves. A laugh. Grezuk foresaw your return, and I am the gatekeeper of your reckoning. The tree starts to glow red, and the pools of water around you begin to glow red. Unlock this power for me and face your doom. Or flee like the cowards who came here to rescue, but who cower in my maker's strength. And around you, the chamber goes from an icy white to a putrid red. Now, I'm not sure if you're actually going to see this because your characters aren't on here, so I'm going to switch you over and really quickly throw your characters into this. We'll reposition you
Yeah, cool, man.
in a second.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Blurry
okay.
for me, but yes.
Very cool.
Yeah,
transition there.
your
Oh, there you
tokens
go.
aren't on this map, but in front
I
of
know
you
where
a
it was.
spectre appears. And Unger Bungerson, would you describe to me what Grezug looked like?
Grezuk was a uncharacteristically stout shaman. He was built more like a warrior than he was a sage, and he had a huge black cloak on with many amulets and trinkets of animal artifacts displaying what should have been the sage symbols of many tribes around. The sign of the raven, sign of the moose, the sign of the mammoth. But the main thing Unger remembers about him is the hooded figure with fiery red eyes. The only thing you could really see on his face was the brow lit by the devilish fires in his eyes.
The figure that stands in front of you, its cloak goes from black to red. It is a spectral form, skeletal, no flesh, but black, ashen bones. It hovers inches from the ground. It raises its hands, and they light in green flame. Face the phantom of Grezuk. And that's where we'll finish this session. We'll pick it up next week. Where we'll roll initiative.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Outstanding.